we did that game, and they destroyed LSU 44-15. But last year, lost at home. Matt Mauck ran a lot in that game, that LSU victory at the Swamp, and then was injured in the second half of the game. Here's a die. That's good for a first down. Miami and Florida State battle to establish who's the top team in Florida. Dennis Dodd breaks down the fallout from the game. To get the full story, click on NCAA football at CBSSportsline.com. 90,000 plus. On hand at Death Valley. First down, 6-5. Here's Mauck with a play fake. Got time, goes deep. Edwards wasn't looking. Was not looking at all.
You know, and for a team that's coming off of a bye week where they've had extra practice time and extra preparation time, LSU looks a little bit out of sorts offensively. We've seen some bobbled snaps, the missed third down and one situation earlier in the game, a miscommunication on the interception between Michael Clayton and Matt Mauck. So not the kind of start that Jimbo Fisher, that's him in the center, the offensive coordinator, wanted. And Nick Saban's mandate has been, hey, we need more consistency on offense to keep pace with the way our defense is playing.
2nd and 10, backs in the eye. Here's the option coming to the left side. Mauck with a keeper. One of the things he has not done as much since that foot injury is run the football.
And that's what, when he first started playing quarterback, he was more of a runner than a thrower. And then when he got hurt, he had to kind of learn to be more of a quarterback in reading defenses. Take a look. Through 5 games, only 48 yards rushing. Last year in this game alone, 67 yards. And if you take out 2 sacks that he had in that game, he had nearly 100 yards rushing against Florida last year. So, but what's happening with the option is that's an audible check when Florida gets into an 8-man front type of a defense.
Now 3rd down for LSU. They trail by 3. Final minute of the first quarter. Stunts by the Gator defense, and there's Devery Henderson. That was in and out, and a flag.
Late flag.
Yes.
Devery Henderson had a career game last week, or 2 weeks ago, against Mississippi State. 7 catches for 114 yards and a touchdown.
Pass interference against the defense. It is a spot foul. Automatic first down.
Johnny Lamar is the guy who is in coverage. He's a 5th-year senior who is a former walk-on who's played outstanding football, but he's the guy that they're going to go after instead of Kewan Ratliff. You can see the hand on the jersey. Not a whole lot of contact, but enough to draw the flag.
Spot foul, 11 yards, and a first down at the 50-yard line. Justin Vincent is in now. He gets the handoff. And a flag thrown by the umpire as Justin Vincent gets the handoff. Todd mentioned that Chiron Carey, the 5'6" running back, 5'6" running back, is out for the game, and Justin Vincent has moved into the backup spot for today.
And I saw Chiron Carey in street clothes down on the field, and he is short. I mean, you know, he is really a good football player, but I was shocked at how short he was. I mean, he's a powerful guy, and you know, we've seen him play. He's an excellent football player, but boy, you just don't see many running backs in the SEC particularly.
Holding
that short.
Against the offense. The penalty is 10 yards from the previous spot. Replay first down.
All right, the penalty against LSU. There's Chiron Carey, who wasn't said he was like trying to capture a guppy in a lake.
Yeah,
he's a terrific player.
He really is. He's a good return man as well as a running back, and he gets in behind those big linemen, and he's hard to find.
First down after the penalty. 19 seconds to go. Florida leading LSU. The Tigers got the first score of the game, an 80-yard punt return by Skylar Green. And a pass. Here's Mauck into the hands of a dive. Peterman was out there to help, but he just blocked air.
Well, sometimes, you know, it's really hard for those big 300-pound guys to get out in space and block an athletic defensive back. And that's a tall order for even an athletic lineman.
That's the end of one with our score 10-7. We'll return to Tiger Stadium after this message and this word from your local station. I bet by the time she's a freshman, she'll overcome that shyness. He won't. 10-7 as we get started for the second half.
Boy, I hope my son Quinn's watching. He's a big Batman fan.
Yeah?
Yeah, he'll like that.
We begin the second quarter. Vern Lundquist, Todd Blackledge, Jill Arrington, Tiger Stadium. LSU trailing by 3. They have the ball second down and 13 at their own 47. Here's Mock back. Underneath. Flag is down. The catch is made by Skylar Green, but see if this one comes back. It's got Scott with the tackle.
You know, I'm going to make an observation here, and I felt it before the game when I was down the field and just walking. You know, I didn't take the elevator. I walked back up through the stands, and we were here for Georgia a couple weeks ago, and it had a big game feel to it. I mean, it was electric here before the game. Didn't feel that way today. And I think the people here at LSU, I don't think Nick Saban and his staff or the players necessarily, but the people don't feel like this is as big of a game because of the struggles that Florida's had. But they're not struggling right now.
You know, he tried to preach to his team all week, his team, that is, not the fans, about upsets and taking an opponent lightly. And he said, they're still Florida. And you said to me as we got ready to come down here this week, Florida will not quit.
No, they won't quit. I mean, Ron Zook, I think, is doing a great job of keeping this team together in the midst of a hailstorm, or, you know, whatever you want to describe it.
Hurricane might do.
Yeah. That might be too much Miami. They may not want to hear hurricane.
Here's the handoff, and the tackle is missed. Darrell Lee, but he makes contact on a die. We go back to New York. Here's Tim.
All right, Vern, the shuffling of quarterbacks has led to a couple of picks. Another one, this time thrown by Vincent Young, leads to Jason White's 5-yard touchdown pass to J.D. Runnels. 14-7 Sooners with Texas on the moves.
Well, the worst thing that you can do when you play Oklahoma is turn the football over. Their defense is too good that you don't want to help them out.
3rd and 16 in a 10-7 game. And Matt Mock 5 yards behind his center, Ben Wilkerson. Rush 3, drop 8. Florida. And the catcher, the tackle is made.
You sound like an analyst. You're exactly right. They showed blitz, and then they dropped out, and Matt Mock couldn't find an open receiver. And they still got a sack with only 3 guys rushing. So a nice disguise by the Florida defense. See, watch. Now, these guys right here are showing blitz, but then they drop out. So there's only 3 guys rushing, and even a lineman dropped out. So there's only 1, 2, 3 guys, and they still get to the quarterback because there's nothing open down the field.
That was Bobby McCray, and that was his 6th sack of the season.
Wow, look out.
Block is on. Donnie Jones gets it away. Ratliff with a fair catch. Takes it at the 26-yard line.
There were a lot of blue jerseys in there close to that punt. I thought that one was going to get blocked for sure.
Florida playing strongly. They lead by 3. Ship and help a team in trouble. The answer will come Thursday, 8 o'clock, 7 Central on CBS. Option, leak, bad toss. He goes back and gets it at the 15-yard line. He threw it behind Deshaun Wynn.
I don't think they should even be messing with this option. I mean, LSU's defense is fast. This isn't really their game. It's kind of a little trick 'em play, and it's a bad pitch. And they're lucky that they didn't have it blow up in their face. There's Ed Zonbrecker. I mean, you've got some things going, you got some rhythm, and now you just knock yourself back 11 yards on a play that didn't have a whole lot of shot anyway.
Loss of 11, 2nd and 21. Little shovel pass to Deshaun Wynn. And there is Bryce Wyatt, number 92. And it is time now. I know all of you will pay attention for the Aflac Trivia Question of the Week. Name the 2 All-American players on the 1973 LSU team. 2 All-Americans. That 73 team celebrated here because that was the last time the Tigers jumped off to a 5-0 start. They actually won 9 consecutive in 73, lost their last 3 to finish 9-3. 3rd and 19.
Well, Chris Leak needs to be very smart right here. I mean, LSU is trying to get their crowd back in the game.
Here they come.
Well, they called timeout, and it wasn't Chris Leak who called it. but it was Deshaun Wynn, number 21, who called the timeout. The running back was looking at the play clock, and the quarterback wasn't. Take a look. Here's Deshaun Wynn. Watch him see the play clock, and he's going to be the one that calls timeout. Chris Leak's looking at the defense, and Deshaun Wynn says, wait a minute, we got to call timeout. Pretty smart play by the redshirt freshman.
That's the first. And CBS Sports coverage of the Home Depot SEC on CBS will continue from Death Valley in Baton Rouge after this word from your local station. Crowd got stoked during the timeout.
Yeah.
3rd and 19.
Well, LSU has blitzed Chris Leak 12 times. I'll be surprised if they blitz here, though. I think they're going to drop back and try to keep everything in front of him and getting the football back.
3rd and 19. That's it. Rush 3, drop 8. Leak pulls up, lets it go, got a man open.
Wow.
Calvin Kite at the 40-yard line.
In front of the best cover corner on this team, Corey Webster. And this is one thing Nick Saban told us about Chris Leak. He's not a scrambler as a guy who's going to run, but when he gets out of the pocket, he does a great job of keeping his eyes downfield and making plays off the scramble. And that's what he did right there.
And Nick Saban disconsolate on the sideline, now angry. 3rd and 19, they get 22 and a first down.
What a play.
That is the second big 3rd down play that Leak has made. The other early in the first quarter. In what became a touchdown drive. Here's Deshaun Wynn at the 21. And resistance stiffens for him. Be 2nd and 10. Now, Nick Saban was talking about teams that he used as an example. Oregon, they knock off Michigan. Washington State comes in. They lose to them. Talked about Northern Illinois defeating Alabama. He talked about Marshall going to Kansas State, winning, losing the next week against Troy State. Quick flip out to O.J. Small. Ben Troop with a wonderful block to get him across the 50 and down to the 48-yard line. That's a gain of 13. Well, this has been a season filled with upsets. Kansas State lost to Marshall. Southern Cal, of course, in California. Maryland, season opener, they lost. Pitt to Toledo. Wisconsin at home, and Texas to Arkansas at home. Makes it fun for us. Leak, right side, man coverage. Way down there. Caught at the 1. Carlos Perez, 47 yards.
A perfect throw. And the first time that they've tried to go vertical with this offense and go down the field. Carlos Perez working on Ronnie Crude. It's pretty good coverage by Crude, but it's a perfect throw by Chris Leak over the outside shoulder. If that ball is underthrown at all, Crude gets a hand on it. But a perfect throw. The first time they tried to throw it deep down the field, he gets a big completion.
47 yards, 1st and goal. Wynn. Flag is thrown 9 yards into the end zone. That one came from the back judge.
Where that flag is, it looks like they had too many guys on the field or an illegal substitution type penalty. Ronnie Prude is running off the field right now. I think they might have played that play with 12.
Oh, boy. I think Nick Saban thinks that's what they did. Yep.
Yeah.
Against the defense. The defense played with 12 men on the field. The field is half the distance to the goal. First down.
Now that leaves about 5 inches.
Still first down.
Well, and again, it just kind of goes to extend the point that LSU a little discombobulated.
Up and over. Fumble.
Oh, boy.
Recovered by LSU.
Oh, boy.
Adrian Mays got it. The fumble occurred on the first contact.
A great opportunity for Florida after the big completion. And it's Deshaun Wynn. The handoff is good, but you can see the helmet right on the football. As he tried to leap over the pile, the helmet right on the football. I think it was Brandon Washington who got the hit, and Mays there for the recovery. When you dive, you have to make sure you've got that football.
It was indeed Brandon Washington. Recovery, LSU first down at the 6. Mock, a dive, going left. Knocked out of bounds after a gain of 1. Now this is an LSU team that lost its 2 most effective runners from a year ago, Dominic Davis and Brandon Tofield. So they've not been a great running team so far this year. And Brandon Washington, Deshaun Wynn. It was his carry, the helmet hit, the fumble, and a first down at the 6-yard line. 10-7 still, early moments, second quarter. Right side, caught. Devery Henderson out near the 15. That'll be short of the first down. It'll be third down. Well, to give you a recap, an 80-yard punt return by Skylar Green put LSU on top. And then at the end of an 80-yard drive, during which they converted 3 third downs, Chris Leak found Rand Carthen for a touchdown, tied it up, and then a 30-yard field goal at the end of an interception return by Keelan Rattler. That's where we stand, 10-7. Third and short, second man through. That'll be good for a first down. That's a dive. All right, it is time now for the answer to the Aflac trivia question. The 2 All-Americans on the LSU team, Tyler LaFosse, an All-American guard, and Warren Capone, an All-American linebacker. LaFosse was named to Bob Hope's All-America team. He only stood 5'10", was an offensive guard. And when he was introduced on TV, the late Bob Hope played off his height and said, Tyler's only 5'10", but the last guy to call him Shorty is now Stumpy.